What's up, good people?
Deep into the depths of the tundra.
Oh my God!
What's up, good people? Hey, I appreciate you guys for tuning in for another episode of Front and Center. Guys, for people who are just coming in and just trying to see what the channel's about, I appreciate you for tuning in. I hope you guys subscribe at the end of this or even right now. But no, I appreciate you guys again for tuning in to another episode, and I hope this one really blessed you, because this is something that I feel again is extremely relatable and something that you see by the title is really important and has a lot of value too. The title is The Power of Connection and a Simple Encounter. But you know how we start the week, we gotta have the quote. So the quote here, and I really like this one too. Quote for the week is, "The most basic and powerful way to connect to a person is to listen." The most basic and powerful way to connect to a person is to listen. That's by Rachel Naomi. And I mean, it's really in the quote. I think a lot of times what I take from that is, a lot of times people think that when someone's coming to you about something or whatever, they feel like they need to have a response, or they have to say something to them. And I learned over time that that's not always the case. Sometimes people just want you to sit and listen, and that's way more powerful, way more important than having something else to say back to give them something like you think you need to. So keep that in mind. It's a good one. The most basic and powerful way to connect to a person is to listen. But guys, I got some points for you. And again, the title of this is The Power of Connection and a Simple Encounter. So when you think about, we talk about spreading positivity a lot, and it's a huge part of Front and Center as a whole. But today I want to talk about how the connection between you and another individual, or a group of people, and an encounter with them is really impactful as well, and how important that is. And we're going to start with a simple question. How many of you guys have had a crazy, awesome encounter with somebody, whether it was somebody you knew or a random individual, like a stranger, maybe in the market or something? I don't know. So I think, obviously, I'm sure you guys are raising your hands saying yes to whatever, but I think the breakdown of that, when I think about that, the power of connection and simple encounter, there's been times where I've had different experiences with people that either I didn't know, again, or that I was close to, that really changed the course of a situation for me, or changing my life, my thought process, how I looked at certain things, what have you. And it's really important because these encounters can really bless people. For instance, I was talking to an individual, actually, when I went to a doctor's appointment. It was a complete stranger. I don't even know how the conversation started now that I think about it, but somehow, some way, I ended up talking to this guy. We were rapping about something, and he started talking to me about some struggles that he was having in his life, and not being sure how to go about it. And it was just an opportunity for me to obviously not get into their personal business, but to spread some positivity and spread some light. And I think the biggest part of that without going into detail about the situation or even what I said, is just the main fact that I had an opportunity to spread positivity to somebody else, and also the impact that I can have. You never know. We say this all the time. You never know what somebody's going through. You never do. They could be having the worst day possible and have a smile on their face, and you would never know. Like I've seen it happen. I've had people tell me that. I've done it myself. I've had really crappy days, and I would still put a smile on for everybody else to make sure everybody else was cool. That's just the type of person I'm in that sense. Just because I care about people. Period. Like I'm a giver. So, but yeah, I mean, like, you never know what somebody's going through, and you never know how a simple word of advice, or simple kind words, or a hug or something. I mean, COVID, social distance, but like those little things, like, they really help. And again, when we talk about the quote we were talking about, a lot of times people are talking like that, they don't really need an answer. They just want somebody to listen. So I think that's something that you should think about in those situations, or even the next time you come into contact with somebody. Like, say hi, be nice. Obviously, I'm not saying go up and talk to random strangers, but like, in the situation, if there's an opportunity presenting itself for you to be able to speak life into somebody or speak positively, do it. Do it. You never know. You never know how they can really bless them. Plant the seed, let somebody else water it along the way. That's how it works. That's how it works. So that's one of the biggest thing I want to take from that. And then another thing with encounters, when we think about encounters, you have to be mindful of the information that you take in. You have to be mindful of the information you take in. So there is a lot of people, we can use this like a sports kind of analogy with this. I know a lot of people that really like know sports to a T. They could probably be a coach if they wanted to. But I also know people that think they know sports and think they could be a coach, but have absolutely no business near it. Like none. Sorry, but it's true. You have to be mindful of the information you take. You can't just take in everything that everybody says or, what they're speaking into your life. Because a lot of times, some people say things that are to harm you, obviously. And sometimes people will speak things into your life. But if you don't have the mindset to take from that what you actually need, then to regroup and reevaluate that situation on how you should approach it and what choice you should make instead of just going off what everybody else says, you could put yourself
Bro, what did you say?
You could put yourself in some tough spots. So I say all that to say, it's okay to take advice from people that you care about. It's okay to get your opinion from other people that you trust and to openly ask for some advice on things that you need some help with. But also remember, at the end of the day, it's still your decision. It's still a decision that you have to make. Don't allow your decisions to be dictated or influenced by other people so much so that you forget that you still have a say in the matter. You know what I mean? So connection and encounters are really pivotal in life, and how you go about them can really affect and bless you, but also the people around you. And that's really the biggest thing that I want to take from the lesson and this topic today, is because I found so much even recently that connection and the ability to really have positive encounters can really change the course of your life in really awesome ways. But it's all in how you go about it. So don't be afraid to be a little bit more open than usual and, come out of your shell as far as that goes. Because if that opportunity presents itself for you to be a blessing to somebody else, you should do it. And not so much because you're looking for something in return. I mean, y'all know me. I don't do this for some type of recognition. I don't do this because I'm getting something from it. I want to do this because I want to bless other people. I'm a giver. I want to give back any way possible. And spreading positivity is something we always need. And when you think about the power of connection, you think about encounters. If you have the opportunity to bless someone, like I said, you should want to do that. But you got to really be mindful of those little things as well. So guys, thank you again for listening in on this new topic that we have for today. I hope it allows you to maneuver a little bit differently than you usually do throughout your life, in a positive way too at that. But also, guys, if you like the video, make sure you like it. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about it. I love seeing you guys when you're putting those comments in, and I check those all the time. And of course, if you want to join the family, we would be happy to have you come along for this journey, because we're just getting started, guys, and it's such a blessing to see where Fretton Center was, even from an idea to where it is now. It's a blessing to me, and I'm not, forgive me if you thought differently, but I'm not talking about the numbers. I'm talking about the impact that it's had, not just from me and the blessing that it's allowed me to give back again to others, but the impact it's had on other people, and the positive feedback that I've gotten that has allowed people to take from these videos something positive and something that can help them along their way in their life. And that's extremely important to me. That's such a gift, such a blessing, and I'm so thankful for it. So thank you, guys. We will be back with some more stuff, but I appreciate you watching, and make sure you share this with your friends and your family so they can see this too. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.